This is my idea. This is my idea. This is my idea. Dun 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 dun. This is my idea of love. Oh my gosh, do you guys know that song from the Swan Princess? Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I freaking love the beginning of the Swan Princess. Like, I can watch it over and over and over and over again. Anyways, are you ready for your happily ever after? But are you? Because they're going to start living it now. Put the 0 F's on the table, okay? We talk about making our demands. We talk about being the whole stinking blinking enchilada. We talk about being the table. But what about putting our 0 F's on the table? Okay? We're checking out. Okay? We're checking out of hotel life. The life that's been lifing. We're checking out. Sorry, I gotta go. Early checkout. Get me out of here. I need to start living my life. That is what you're thinking to yourself. That is what you're thinking to yourself. Okay? And as you get on this boat, the 6 of Swords, I'll start rowing first. And you just sit there and look pretty and think. Think about how we're going to appreciate our life way more. You were given this life to enjoy it. Nobody ever freaking told us that. But we're going to start. We're going to start today. So I want you to affirm it below. It starts today. This is my idea of fun. This is my idea of love. Thank you, Swan Princess. Okay? Bestie, wake up. Seriously, wake up. I know you've missed me because I have missed you. Who else has been going through it? Well, don't worry. There's other people that are going through way worse than you. So, you might have some people on standby. You might be feeling a little anxious because there's a lot changing in your life. I wrote down, aw. The people around you, they can't deal. They can't deal. They thought they could take things from you, possess things that maybe once upon a time were yours. I just can't. Things that used to be yours will never be somebody else's and it be something amazing. It loses value when you walk away. And that's what people are slowly finding out about you. I wrote down, aw. They cannot deal with your undaunted soul, your unshakableness. You are dangerously consistent. Whatever you put your mind to, you are that. When you put your mind to something, people should move out of the way. You are redefining the very word strong. And I wrote that in all caps. Airplanes going overhead. So that tells me you're clear for takeoff. Whatever you've been planning, simple things day to day that you think about. Oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Boom. You see 1111. You see 111. You see 333. You see 444. You could have even seen 777 in the last 48 hours. Let me know in the comments. You redefine the very word strong because, they cannot deal with your undaunted soul. You're unfazed. You may be squealing and cringing on the inside because what you're dealing with internally, they could never. They might think that they can, but they have no clue. So if you have bumped your head as of late and you need help remembering who you are, well, hello, that's what I'm here for. I am here to remind you of your very essence. Today's channeled message, you got people so freaking hungover. Hungover from trying to take what's yours. Hungover from trying to be you better than you. Hungover because they're tired. You think you're tired? These people over here, they're very tired because they wanted what you had, or they thought that they could stop you. For some of you guys, these are your family members. Okay, the spell work and the Sesame Street was real to them and it didn't stop you. And maybe several times this week, you wanted to give up. You're like, oh, I'm over this. I'm so over lifing right now. Life is lifing and I'm over it. Let me know in the comments if that has been you. But people are hung over AF from thinking about you. So let's talk about that. There are people that have been speaking dirt on your name, that have been plotting and planning behind the scenes. They are hung over AF from thinking about you. You are rent free in their brain. So hung over AF from trying to come for you. And this new era of your life, it's going to hit a little bit different because you're moving slower than normal. And that ain't regular schmegular for you in the slightest. I want you to have fun in this new phase because it's a phase for you to discover things about yourself and things that you really want. And not being too mean with yourself or too harsh with yourself that, oh, that's too much. I know that I want that over there, but that's asking a lot. No, I'm here to remind you that in this new era of your life, this is discovery. This is your discovery phase. You are uncovering hidden knowledge of yourself. Things you didn't realize about yourself, things that you needed to uncover. Affirm it below. I am ready to uncover the rest. I am ready to uncover what I need to know. You are making room for air, for oxygen, to breathe. Whether you look at that as wanting space from things that drag you down, or people that drag you down, or atmospheres that drag you down, you're tired and you're going to take better care of yourself. And in this, making this room for yourself, you are also making room for love. So when there is a world filled with hate and anger and resentment and vengeance, you make room for love. And that is something that you're really focused on right now. Love and gratitude for the air that you are breathing. So it's like you're getting this new lease on life. You're getting new oxygen. And you're also being introduced to a lover if you have not already been introduced to them. Someone here is going to meet a lover or has already met a lover that they knew in a past life. If you are already with this lover, you are going to be making room for more love. If you've just met this person, you're going to make it a priority because it is a part of your healing journey. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell your friends. Listen, bestie. Listen. Gather around. And everybody in the back. We need to have a chat. This will be a very special time where you realize how to keep it a buck with yourself. A time where you realize you will never, ever, because I'm your spiritual accountant, so I can tell you these things. Okay? Okay. You are realizing that you will never, ever be broke. I said what I said. You will never, ever be broke, not spiritually, not financially, not in any sense of the word. So in this new era of your life where you are discovering your new lease on life, you are releasing imposter syndrome. You're going to stop telling yourself, I don't deserve that. No, it's too much. Oh my gosh, I just be needing too much, or I be wanting too much. Feeling like your very own burden on yourself sometimes. You're going to be figuring out ways to let that go. You will never ever be financially or spiritually broke. Either you will have enough money or things will be cheap enough for you to have plenty go around. You are starting to see the very essence of how you are wealthy. You are on the divine's payroll. I told you guys in the last message that you deserve this divine PTO. I said what I said, divine paid time off without feeling bad. without over explaining to other people like, well, I haven't been feeling well, so I got to take this time off, or my kids have been sick. You're done over explaining yourself, and you have to work with the guilt within and how you're going to release it. It is time for you to cash in on this paid time off from the heavens above. You also have a lot of people that are spiritually, financially, and mentally hungover from thinking about you. Thinking about how they miss you, how they want to avenge you, how they want to scam you or con you, and how none of it has worked. You will be very intimidating in this era because you will move slower than ever. It's going to make you uncomfortable at first because you are not used to moving this slow. But I'm telling you right now, you are the undaunted soul. No more imposter syndrome. You are going to be dangerously consistent. And you will be showing others around you, you better open your mind if you want to step to me. You better find the ladder and climb. You better be tall enough. You better be tall enough to ride this ride. You don't have time for the pettiness, the messy boots of it all, the bitter Bettys, the people that did not graduate even Petty University. You got people so freaking hungover from thinking about you. You have them haunted. You have them shook because they have tried to follow your path, step a day or two in your shoes, and they're on the freaking floor. You need to understand how dangerously consistent and relentless you are. Don't you think you deserve a break? I'm just saying, don't you think that you deserve some time off or a freaking stinking break? I think so. Your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you guys believe in, they are trying to show you, they are screaming that you deserve this time to yourself. But you're thinking, I owe everybody. You're doing the calculations and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much I have to do. You run in circles and you're really good at doing this. You're really good at running figure eights. You're really good at keeping yourself busy. And it's going to be in the stillness that you find what you really need. And it is oxygen. It is space. It is time to discover. It is time to have fun. Because as your angels and ancestors are screaming at you, they're saying, enough. You're going to make yourself sick. So let me be very clear. Okay. And I'm not saying this to fearmonger anyone, but bestie, the more you go against this PTO, this divine PTO, the more you push against this time off that you need, the rest that you need, the sleep that you need, the laziness of it all that you need. I know, my besties. We are dangerously consistent. We don't know how to be lazy. We don't know how to relax, chill. What the frick is that? What the frick is that? It might make you feel dirty. I know it's something myself that I'm working on. I feel gross if I try to have an afternoon of bed rot. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing with my life? I don't know how to just lay here. We're all in the same mother effing boat. And I will paddle my little heart out while you sit and think, you know what? I need to do that too. You could be getting really lightheaded, having headaches. You could be hearing ringing in your ears, high-pitched sounds, frequencies. You're hearing all types of things and smelling. Okay, because you're trying to take in this new oxygen, your sense of smell is really heightened. Some of you might even be preggers, just saying. But I feel like it's spiritual. So I'm just going to keep rowing. We're in the six of swords. I'm like, what is it called? We're in the six of swords right now. And I need you to think about how much we need this time. Because the more you go against the current, the more you fight it, the harder the consequences are going to be. Because you cannot go at the same speed that you have been going. I know you're strong. You redefine the word daily. I know you're relentless. I know you're consistent. But we are looking for a different type of consistency, which is practicing self-care, which maybe at an early age you were taught like, oh, you don't have time to do that. Or maybe you grew up with parents that didn't have time to do that, so then you feel bad doing that. You are going to have to learn how to compromise. Motorcycle. Big confirmation. We are going to have to learn how to compromise with the time off that is necessary. Now, you could be saying, bestie, and I'm going to have to call us all out here. You could be saying, bestie, I did take a day off. And I did take a nap. What do I tell you guys? This is like our children that they're like, I did brush my teeth. I am laying down. I did sleep. We're doing the same thing. We are not taking enough time. I want you to think about the years, months, and days that you've sacrificed for your cause, for your family, for your loved ones, for your purpose, for your job. There aren't enough hours in the day for the time off that you deserve, but we have to start somewhere. You are not an imposter because you need time off. I bet for most of us, and I want to know in the comments, when the last time you had a real vacation was, in comparison to how much you work. And I know that I'm not asking something that's easy because of this economy, but trust when I say there is a divine PTO taking place, that you will somehow be provided for resting. For me, that's a very hard pill to swallow. So I don't want you to think for 1 second that you are alone. Now, let's talk about the things going on around you. There are some really messy people going through it that think about you often and they're mad at you. They feel like you threw your sword down and walked away, and they don't know how you not only walked away, cut them off, but you stayed away. They're like, I need an arch nemesis. There's no one in comparison to the chosen one, and I want them back in this arena to fight me. So it's like everybody you come across that wants to be your arch nemesis, it's like they want one-on-one combat. They want a trial by combat with you. They want a duel. And you just won't give them that. Why is that, bestie? I will tell you why. Because like all these jumbled, mumbled numbers, you know how to starve a narcissist out. You are a walking enigma. You will never really struggle in the ways that people want you to. There are a lot of truths that lay ahead for you, and it is supposed to be fun for you to discover that. It's like you're going on a journey and everybody's looking for you still. Like I asked them for trial by combat. I asked them for a duel. Where are they? And you're like in Never Never Land over here. You are supposed to be creating unforgettable moments of joy. Unforgettable moments of joy. Because your body and you spiritually, it's like screaming for that. Have more joy, have more fun, and get more rest. Some of you guys feel like you've been ripped open from the things that you've been going through. So maybe you feel like the odds are stacked against you. The way that this economy is, there's just no way to be taking this type of time off. But I'm telling you, we're being too rigid and we're not being open-minded enough with thinking that we can't have more time off. Or that we can't be our own boss, or that we can't work from home. believe it or not, you are going to be fast-tracked while you're resting, while you're relaxing, while you're releasing imposter syndrome. So all of this agony over having to compromise is going to be short term. It's going to be quicker than you think. You are going to get paid like never before. So you might not think that you can take time off and go do something fun, but you can. Now there is a cult or a group or a coven of effery that is seeking you out. But because they're seeking you out in this time of your life where you feel despair, where you feel a lot of anxiety, where you feel like a lot of uncertainty, they're hung over trying to come at you. You are in this snow globe of protection. Believe it or not. Sorry, my washing machine's being really loud. Hold on. It might be hard to believe, but there is a group or a coven or even a cult of people that have beef with you because they're impressed by you. They see you. They know that you're dangerously consistent. They know that you don't play games. They know that you don't answer to them. And they want to make you like turn around and look at them. So I even take my washing machine acting up like as an omen. If they haven't really done the work, they're going to fly away as soon as things start spinning, as soon as things start moving. And because you have done the work, and because you've started your journey and figuring out what your purpose is in this world, and a lot is being revealed to you on what that is, when the chaos unfolds, you're able to stand your ground. And like this snow globe, they can run up on the glass. They can look in, they can bang their head against it, but it's not going to do anything. People are mad. These groups, these covens, these cults are mad because you're not looking that way. That's your rear view. That's the past. And they want to get you to turn around. And anywhere you have some loose ends, you're like, oh, I really need to cut that off because I don't want to be turning around. You know, drop your scissors down below. You've been here before where you weren't getting enough time off, you weren't getting enough rest, you weren't getting enough self-care, and you started this journey, you started working on it, but maybe still things progressed and it got worse and you weren't feeling the greatest. You're going to fix that because you're going to dig in just like you do anything else. And you're going to take better care of yourself. This is going to help you create a lot of feminine energy, empress energy. You're figuring out the truth. And anyone that wants to hold on to you or drag you or bring you into some type of chaos is going to get pricked. We have the show must go on. Even though you need to rest and you have all of these things going on, you're like, well, I can't put all of this stuff down, so the show has to go on. That mentality is getting us in trouble, okay? Thinking like, no, the show has to go on. No, you're getting ready to pivot. You're getting ready to change some things. You're implementing a new way of doing things. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself about mistakes that you've made. It's not easy to create this many new routines or for it to just be so easy when you've done things a certain way for so long. You are learning how to conquer the anxiety of life, the anxiety of the responsibilities, your purpose, your family, all the responsibilities that weigh on you. If you want to conquer the anxiety of life, breathe. Live in the moment. Our angels and ancestors are screaming at us to live in the moment. Stop ruining the moment. Stop avoiding the moment. Live in the moment. And a lot of that comes from our CPTSD or our PTSD. So we're learning how to hold ourselves, how to love ourselves, how to soothe ourselves, how to be present. As you figure this out, day by day, step by step, being more present, you're going to blast off. And the payday is going to inspire you to live this way more. Because I see you being rewarded. You're getting paid. You're being promoted while taking a freaking nap. Your curtain call will happen as you're relaxing. Okay, because you're going to be in the spotlight. And this is why people are haunted by you. They're hungover from thinking about how you're going to be in the spotlight. And they just can't fathom and understand because they think they're way cooler or way prettier or way whatever. Some of these people, they might have more money. They might have more connections. They might have a whole group, a cult, or a coven. They might have some minions. But it doesn't matter. You're doing God's work. You're doing the divine's work. And they're not going to understand that. You just have zero interest in what they're trying to bring to your doorstep. So you might have a lot of unread messages at this time because you were being asked to be present in love because your soulmate is being brought to you. If you don't already have this soulmate, you are being asked to enjoy this time. Think about if you have somebody that you love. Some of us already know what this is like. To lose somebody before we were able to make amends, to lose someone before we were able to really enjoy time with them, or we were like too busy, or we didn't make time, or we didn't make amends, and then we lose someone. And that feeling of regret that we have. Start living for today. I cannot stress that enough. You deserve to live for today. Let the divine, let Holy Spirit, your angels, your ancestors, Archangel Michael, whoever it is, let them help you with the rest. I want you to get better sleep. I want you to get good rest. I don't want you stressed out all night about how this is going to get paid or what's going to happen over here. Our minds run like ticker tape. If you're on my channel, if you resonate with my content, a lot of us are ADHD over here, and that's okay. We're going to start using that for fun. For fun. Like we did before the world took a dump on us. Like we did before we knew what being a grown-up really entailed. Okay? Some of you will be getting a message back that is important. A message of good news, or you're going to be meeting somebody that communicates well, that actually texts you back, that responds, that doesn't go ghost or disappear. Remember that feeling, if you know what that's like, to not have spent enough time, to have made work more of a priority or other things more of a priority than the person that is most important to you, or even yourself. If something were to happen tomorrow, are you satisfied with the fact that you're not resting enough? You're giving it all to the matrix. You're giving it all to your shitty family. You're giving it all to all these things that you could care less about? Or is this time that you spend running in a circle giving and investing in you? Seriously, there is a marriage on the table. Somebody here is getting married or thinking about marriage. I got this in a message, I think last week. You are appreciated. And it's time to appreciate the life that you have been given. The tide has come. So normally it'd be the time has come, but this card says the tide has come. It's giving Vikings. It's giving The Last Kingdom. It's giving Game of Thrones. The tide has come to act now. The winds are shifting, the water is shifting, and it's telling you, I need to start living. I need to start living. I ain't living enough. And I love this. So it's like we're being rescued from ourselves. It's like we're being rescued from our responsibilities. And it's not like it's going to be easy at first, but you deserve to feel supported. You deserve to dance and skip and hum and sing and feel good. You've been around a lot of people that you can't trust. And I don't know how to explain this. Something looked real muddy and murky at first. Something was very unclear to you. And you're like, I don't know what the frick that is, but it feels really unclear. And it's like a mirror that you have to keep wiping. And every time you would wipe it, you're like, oh, there's a spot. Oh, there's a spot. I just can't see what I need to see. Or putting on glasses and being like, there's a smudge. Nope, there's a smudge. And just feeling like it's just always there. You are finally getting the clarity that you need, and it is happening today. And you might even feel like absolute dog crap while seeing this, while realizing this. Like, dang, it really was just a smudge. It really was just an error. It really was the way that I was viewing things. It really was the way that I was looking at it. It's like you thinking that smudge on the glasses or the mirror was a scratch. Like, oh my gosh, maybe it's actually a scratch. Maybe I'm making it worse. And maybe it's not what I thought it was. Maybe this isn't even a mirror. Holy Spirit is wanting you to look up. What you perceive to be over is the catalyst for change. If you thought something that you cared about was ending, nah. This is the catalyst for change. What was is returning, but in a different form. In a different form. This is going to be a season of you discovering what intimacy is, what fame, what recognition, what being wealthy, what resting, what being femininely creative, if that's even a thing. I don't know. It sounds really good though. You are going to be around people where the feelings are mutual. Yes, I said what I said. Where the feelings are mutual. Where people actually care about you. Those are the type of people you're going to be talking to. And it's going to be apparent that like what you thought was some ick, you could wipe it away. You had to trust that you could wipe it away. You had to trust that you could make it right. You had to trust that you would see correctly. There's nothing more scary than being, there's some things that are scary, but I'm just saying, for example, one thing that could be really scary is being a seer, being scary intuitive, and not being able to see correctly, or having decision paralysis. Or maybe you feel like you can read others well, but it's hard for you to read yourself. And you have to slow down enough for you to be able to do that. So it's like seeing a stain. Let's say you're like playing in the grass. Yeah, right. We're not there yet, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's like us playing in the grass and getting these grass stains and thinking, oh my gosh, this was my favorite dress, or these are my favorite jeans, and that's never gonna come out. But then it does. You are about to have clarity in all areas of your life. I don't know if it's going to happen all at once, but bit by bit, it's going to make sense. Everything's going to make sense. Oh my gosh, we have celebrate success. Be proud of what you have achieved. You've struggled long and hard to get this moment. Think about it. Do you have a little bit of money saved? Let's say you don't even go on a vacation. Maybe that's like beyond realistic. Do you know what I'm saying? But let's say you have enough to at least pay the bills while you take a day or two off. Let's just start there. Do you know what I mean? That is something to celebrate, where maybe a year or two or even 3 ago, you wouldn't be able to do that because maybe you were starting over. Maybe the ish had hit the fan and you were like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to take time off. There's just no way. I'm always going to have to work 2 jobs. Look at how much you've achieved. When I think about where I started, when I started this channel, you guys, I had nothing. I had nothing. I had lost everything. And it sucked. Not because I couldn't replace these things or, get some furniture or whatever. It was because I felt like being in my sobriety and being older, that couldn't happen to me ever again. But it was the catalyst to change me. It was the catalyst to give me my purpose. The spiritual awakening I went through was not fun. Like, I'm sure some of your guys's were not fun, but at the time I had trusted a family member and it was the wrong thing to do. And because of that, a lot was lost at the beginning of my marriage. And it was traumatic. It was devastating. I felt betrayed, backstabbed. I felt so let down, so disappointed. And it was a very hard year of losing everything. A job, losing, not knowing if I was going to be able to walk down the aisle, not knowing where I was going to live. And I need to celebrate more how far I've come. We need to celebrate ourselves more. I was talking to Shay Pila about this. I know a lot of you guys follow her. I freaking love her. I adore her so much. And I was talking to her in the comments in one of her videos. And I was like, girl, life has been lifing. She's like, we need to celebrate ourselves more. I was like, you're absolutely right. We really do. We don't do it enough. We're so hard on ourselves because of how we were raised. They were like, no, like there's not going to be enough if we try to do that. There are little things that we can do that are free. Sometimes I like to have an appointment that is really far away so I can feel like I'm traveling, so I can feel like I'm driving somewhere because I work so much. I have so many obligations. I mean, obligations that I love, but it can get really overwhelming. And then having a 9 to 5 on top of that and trying to do that less. I'm trying to be here more with you guys and not having to still be at a 9 to 5. And it's just, you guys know. We need to celebrate our calling. We need to celebrate our success, how far we've made it. There was a time where a day off, I used to have to work so many freaking doubles and between multiple locations so I didn't hit overtime. When I lost that job, I had to work several jobs. We need to look at where we once were. Maybe it was last year, maybe it was the year before, but we need to recognize how hard we had struggled for the moment that we're in. And that's what I mean by us being more present. I don't want you to think that there's something wrong with you, because I do this to myself too. There's nothing wrong with you. We have suffered at the hands of many narcissists. So it is hard for us sometimes to be in our own body for too long, or to be too intimate, or to be too vulnerable, or we're scared to be too trusting and to get mowed over again. And we're learning to get comfortable in what it's like to be still, what it's like to be present, and to have an extended amount of fun. It has been, not gonna lie, a long time. I think decades since I had that type of fun, where I didn't have a care in the world. Now, my life was a lot different then. I didn't have the responsibilities that I have now, but I remember going on a vacation to Mexico, and I think I went to Rocky Point. I went on this vacation, and I remember I was only supposed to go there for like 2 days, and I didn't want to leave. So I stayed for a week. And I had so much fun just walking around, eating, laying in the pool. Like, it was amazing to feel that free. That is what we need more of. The trust fall of, we deserve this success. We deserve this stability. We deserve this time off. Why aren't we allowing it? I know you're going to get signs and synchronicities too of other people that are in maybe like a honeymoon phase of life, or Maybe they're a lot younger than you. You see all these people like traveling and doing things, and maybe they're trying to keep up with the Joneses, maybe they're not. But it's giving you some type of like signal. You're not seeing it for no reason. Where can you put this in your own life? Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your person, and you guys are on the same wavelength. You're doing the same tango of not enjoying your time enough. Not celebrating enough of your success. So that's something that I'm going to work towards. Being able to have that type of fun while still, fulfilling my obligations and not feeling so bad about it. So I really want that for us. I really want that. I really, really want that for us. For us to enjoy that time. And some of you guys have already started working on it. But let's say you're an entrepreneur. Sorry, I'm like sticking to the seat. Let's say you're an entrepreneur. Let's say you work online. Then the internet doesn't sleep. Consistency matters. That is one of the reasons why you might be, gratefully so, dangerously consistent. You're a freaking thoroughbred. You are dangerous, like when it comes to your work ethic. But now we need to be dangerously playful. You know what I'm saying? We need to be dangerously playful and enjoy that. It always feels like there could be a pressing matter. I'm not saying to ignore it or put it on the back burner, but sometimes we spread ourselves way too thin. And we need to stop doing that. It's time to focus on what is important. Because there are some things that you need to take care of, and maybe you've been putting the wrong things on the back burner. Or you just feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're so tired. But instead of you feeling burnt out or just over it, give yourself grace. Give yourself time. Look at the people behind you, the cults, the groups, the covens that are really hungover from trying to chase you, from trying to be you, from trying to get their revenge, from trying to get payback, for trying to make you look at them. Like they're doing this and they're tired. They won't even last a day or a week. This is going to be a renewal of your heart that was once broken into little pieces. There is a relationship in your life that needs renewal, that needs attention. Is it with your children? Is it with a loved one? Is it with a parent? You'll know what relationship this is. It needs renewal and attention so you can reconnect with one another and love and recall what brought you together in the first place. Okay, so that could be for those of you that are booed up already. You're like, oh my gosh, we make everything about the kids and their schedules and their this and their that. And like, what about us? So maybe you're going to start taking a couple's vacation. Have the in-laws or the parents watch the kids or a friend. Maybe you're going to start having a date night once a month. You're going to start implementing new things because the two of yous or the whoever's of yous need to start celebrating more. Whoa. Did y'all see that? We have compromise is needed. Okay, freaking, you know what's in the microwave. You already know. The macaroni and the mercury. The macaroni and the mercury is in the microwave, and I want neither. Neither. Compromise is needed in order to have a positive outcome. It is necessary to compromise to have a win-win resolution. So again, giving yourself grace and taking a different approach. You might feel like a student. Like, oh my gosh, did I forget how to have fun? No, it's just going to take some practice. It's definitely going to take some practice, some compromise, giving yourself some grace. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have untapped potential. Sorry, these cards like to really slide. They're amazing, but they just go all over the place. We have you are safe and untapped potential. There's an area of your life that has more potential than you think. So this area of fun, where you are releasing imposter syndrome, where you realize that you are never going to be spiritually or financially broke. Not never. Not never. I mean, you'd have to do some real like craziness. Okay, some craziness for it to go all the way left. We've come too far. We're like far too responsible for that. Like our level of sabotage isn't maybe where it used to be when we were still learning. So this fun is the untapped potential, the happiness, the seizing the moment, the living in the moment. We have you are safe. The people that are hungover from coming for you, they're mad that you're undaunted. You have this undaunted soul. You redefine the very word strong. You are protected against lower energies. Trust in your power. Trust in your protection. No enemy can halt your progress or hinder you. Let me give you an example. I've had to work with new people the past couple of weeks, and I don't like doing that during a retrograde. No, I do not. But I had to do it. Had to do it, right? And I made sure to pray like never before. I already pray a lot, but I was like, okay, I'm going to pray for my protection in every experience and every person that I have to work with. I'm going to pray for that protection. And not only that, of my husband. And so there were things that were going on with us in the last 2 weeks that we were dealing with our own jobs. And all of his stuff got resolved. Thank God. And all of my stuff got resolved. Even though we kept looking at the mirror and thinking, no, it's smudged. Oh my gosh. Did we crack it? Did we break it? Did we scratch it? Is it really fixed? Like, it was hard to believe that it was going to get fixed and that we were going to be able to trust in the process. We were going to have to do our own trust falls. But I kept praying for that protection. Like, no, I will relentlessly pray. I know that I am protected. I know that I am shielded. And whoever, if there's a drop of envy or wanting to conspire, it will be shielded. And it was. And some of those setbacks were temporary. Very temporary. Frustrating, but very temporary. So there is no enemy. Cult, coven, group, janky mess, whoever, bitter betties, whoever. Haters in the back, whoever. They are not going to halt your progress. Riddle me what? It's not going to happen. And trust me, many people are thinking about it. And as they think about it, they immediately feel a headache, a migraine, a hangover. They're going to lose sleep thinking that they can halt your progress. Don't ever think that it's something too small to pray for. It's not. I don't care if it's going across the street, going for a walk, if it's running an errand, dealing with a new ally, or, especially with people you don't trust yet. No enemy can halt your progress. Not one. Not one. And this is what you will be showing people in this season. Not only can you not halt my progress, I'm going to take some time off. I'm going to have some fun. You might not post it on social media until after the fact. I mean, that's how I would do it, but to each our own. You are a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. For those of you falling in love or falling in love all over again, you are a rainbow in that person's cloud, in that person's shitty day. So I haven't said this in a long time, and I think I've only said it once, but I'm going to say this again. For men and women, right? When you're dating, the men, they want to come home, and you can use this in any type of relationship, but I'm just saying, for example, the men want to come home and they want that home to be their joy, the wife, the girlfriend, the fiance, to be their place of joy. If that is not their place of joy or happiness, they're not in a hurry to come home. They might want to stay at work. They might want to work out of town. They might want to, not never come home. So realizing that you are this rainbow in that person's cloud. On top of that, let's say you work online. You know your purpose. You're in your purpose. You're on this journey. You are the rainbow and other people's clouds. It's time to acknowledge that and marinate in it for a little bit. Okay? But seriously. Because you don't give yourself enough credit for the fact that other people love being around you. They love how strong you are. They love the light that you bring to their life. So in this discovery phase, you will be thriving. Make the best of the blessings in your life and concentrate on what's working for you. Your angels are clearing away. If you thought, oh my gosh, I can't even go that way. Look, I can't go that way. So I don't know. They're going to clear the way. However you protect yourself, it works. Now, there's something about this curtain call. It's going to come in a way that is a surprise. Where there's going to be a lot of focused attention on you, and you're going to be appreciated, being the rainbow in other people's clouds. And you're going to be spotlighted and applauded and given your flowers. So I feel like this has to do with your promotion. Oh my gosh, we have spiritual rebirth from your magic prayer. Your prayers will be answered. Speak your intentions into the universe, and this will provide your heart's desires. If I could talk. We have spiritual rebirth. Let go of your old self. Do you sometimes get cringed out like, oh my gosh, why couldn't I just have some fun? Why did I have to say no? Why did I have to be so mean when they asked me if I wanted to go out? And I was like, They asked me to go to happy hour, and I was like, What? Let go of your old self. That's like, let me bury myself in work. That sounds way more fun. If you're anything like me, you might punish yourself a lot. Like, no, I don't deserve that. I'm going to be mean to myself. No one is meaner to ourselves more than us. Okay? More than us. So allow this authentic version of you to emerge, to reunite you with your soul and your divine source. I feel like you're going to be feeling really close to God in this next week. And I feel like this rebirth, this is just the beginning of the fun that you're going to be having, the exploring that you're going to be doing. Okay, it's giving Dora the Explorer. Where's Waldo? You're not going to find me. Not anywhere. I'm getting that your relaxation will still spread a lot of hope and joy in your own life and in the lives of others. You will illuminate the world. So believe it or not, one of your purposes is to illuminate the world, to light up the world. You will get paid to light up the world. I love that. Affirm it below. I will get paid to light up the world. I said what I said. Look for the pot of gold and accept the joy. You are a dreamer. It's time to dream again. And then for some of you, you're not dreaming. There are miracles unfolding for you. Okay, you are not dreaming. There are miracles unfolding for you. Switch on your inner light. Discover, have fun, go outside, dream bigger, manifest, make a new vision board, read if you want to read, knit if you want to knit, cook more if you want to cook. Find little ways, if you can only start small, to give yourself the joy and celebrate your success in the way that you are always destined to. You have a lot of gifts that are being brought forward. And so you're discovering different versions of yourself. You are discovering, what did I write down? This is a special time where you realize how to keep it a buck with yourself. A time where you realize that you will never be broke, not spiritually or financially, and you will release imposter syndrome. You are discovering in this new era hidden knowledge about yourself. Maybe like what lights you up, what gives you joy, what makes you really happy. We have create perfect health. This is what's going to create perfect health. If you feel like you've been getting headaches, dizzy, hearing things, like it's just been weird and you know something's off, the abundance is always yours. Like you always have access to it. Just create more space for yourself to be present. Because you're spreading yourself too thin. And then there's going to be a group of people, they're going to be trying to get you to engage. No. You're undaunted, unfazed, unbreakable for a reason. You redefine strong for a reason. Dangerously consistent for a reason. You will not come when they try to drop drama on your doorstep. You will not come when they call. No, you will not. Because they're trying to... There's some chaos unfolding that they want you to pay attention to and they want to like drag you into. And you're going to ignore them. I'm not saying that to tell you what to do. I just know that's what you're going to do. You're going to ignore them. We have act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. If you feel called to say something, you will say something, but most of you are going to ignore them. And then we have soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Everything that you do is unique. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. You're going to be recognized. On top of that, you guys have a picture perfect relationship coming in. So picture perfect, you're like, is this mine? Maybe you even read your horoscope and it said, or maybe you even got a reading and it said, oh, your relationships are going to crap, but you are refusing to claim that. You know there's something different about this timeline, about this quantum leap. You refuse to believe that your relationships are going to be crap. Or that you're going to be alone forever. So let me get an angel number for you guys. I'm telling you, you guys are meeting somebody or you've already met someone where you've known them in a past life. There will be a magnet pulling you towards this person. And they will come towards you charging, like, hey. But even though they're in a hurry to come towards you, there's no rush. You won't feel rushed if it's the right person. There will be chemistry, and there will be marriage. I'm going to say that again. There will be chemistry, and there will be marriage. I have angel number 1122, the great shift. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in your favor and your intentions. Wow. That's a huge confirmation. Can I have one more? Wow. We have 4444. Whatever you've been going through, it felt like this can't be a blessing in disguise. Oh my gosh, this is never ending. This pain is never ending. This struggle is never ending. I'm going to give up. I'm tapping out. This is a blessing in disguise. There might be some difficulties that you've been dealing with, but you will push through. Street bike. You got this. And if you've been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. Some things have been falling apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. Hard times are over. Hard times are over. So if you made it all the way to the very, very end, I want you to drop angel number 4444. Hard times are over. I love it. You guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. I love you guys so much. I can't wait to talk to you guys because I've missed you. And yeah, Patreon link is down below. Cash App link is down below. Drop your favorite affirmation. Don't forget to smash the you know what. Hit the bell. Duh. You do not want to miss out. And I'm just sending you guys the biggest hugs ever. I will talk to you guys in the comments or the next one. Bye, guys. This is my idea. This is my idea. This is my idea. Dun, 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 dun. This is my idea of love.